Ricardo's here, but we had asked Ricardo to prepare a analysis for our administrative assistant to compare full-time employment versus employment with the agency. And the analysis is attached, and as you can see, it's more. And I was also told that it's really not, you have to be employed full-time to get the benefits. And so, I don't think that we need Joanna full-time. She's, doing a good job part-time. So. And that, I think that's correct.
If I may just add, this was an analysis that was done by Ricardo based upon the city's analysis of what they pay out in terms of benefits, et cetera. And then we had the employment placement agency. We did that at $14 per hour. However, based upon what we're going to see with Joanna, it will probably go down slightly in terms of pay on that issue. But the other thing I did was I had my county staff work out something that if we brought somebody on a limited term, and what that equated out to based upon an hourly rate that's close to what the actual hourly rate for Joanna would be. I had them do an analysis on that, and it comes out to approximately $32,291 for full-time, 8 hours a day, at about $12.44 per hour. Okay, so, and also there may be a small additional charge on there because we did not figure in workers' comp and unemployment insurance because the county has a system where they do that, where they don't charge that off to us specifically. It's part of an internal large thing for all the employees that the county has. So we may have to look at something for the JPA that's a little different from that. But if at all, that would add probably around $1,000 to the total. So you're talking about $33,291 to bring someone on limited term. That would be with benefits that include retirement, the Medicare, the dental, vision, and the health plan. And that would be a total for fringe benefits of $6,407 based upon those figures. I thought that might be the case through the county system. I know the city has a different system, and so is this the comparison that we need to look at?
If I may, just to clarify,
Go ahead.
the city of Raleigh, the issue with not having to provide benefits for an employee that's working less than full-time is the city of Raleigh has a contract with our retirement, CalPERS retirement umbrella, whereby our contract says as long as we stipulate an hourly rate on somebody that's working less than full-time, there is no requirement. But I know the law states that if you work so many hours per year or within a calendar year, you are obligated. But we have an exception in our contract as long as we stipulate. That's why I make that clarification there. If we didn't have that in our contract with CalPERS, we would be obligated to provide some type of retirement benefit.
Correct. And the county may, I'm not sure on the county's policy regarding that. We hire everybody pretty much full-time unless we go with extra help. So when we do limited term or we go a regular county employee, then we usually hire them for an 8-hour day. Usually, generally speaking, it's 40 hours per week. And we don't have a lot of experience with part-time other than extra help. But we do not provide benefits, so that doesn't become a factor in that. And so, but with this, I think in looking at this analysis of cost, we would actually save money under the county limited term system over the employment agency placement system. Now, in terms of the city of Raleigh, that I don't know whether we want to discuss that savings or not, but we certainly would save money the other way. My concern with all this, and I brought this up before, is that when we use a contracting agency, I think that's fine for a limited amount of employment. But once we go beyond a year, I think we look at creating some issues for ourselves, both in replacement of employees and other factors that come into play. And so I think if we could work out something in that fashion, I think it would be beneficial to us. Not simply to aid an existing employee or anything else, but to aid the overall system of the enterprise. Sarah, do you have a comment?
I have a question actually for Diane. Diane, you made a comment that Joanna is doing well part-time. You don't foresee that you're going to need her full-time?
I could, but right now, Terry, I'm so new that I certainly need her the amount of time she's working now. And if it gets busier and we get more, it's possible that I will need her full-time. But right now, it's working out. But I can't really answer that question yet. I need more time to work through things. So it's possible that I may need her full-time.
I think that was why Joanna stuck it out so long. Assisted us all this time because she was looking for a full-time employment. But
is that right, Julie? Okay.
I think the other thing too is that in the history that I've had with the labor price on, it does become, the demand to have the office open
Right.
is the problem that I had with the previous owner we were involved in. It was advertised for working hours, but it was only open for 4 hours. There's a lot of complaints about that. So I think we ought to start at least the 8-hour day on their boss, and then see how it goes back in a year.
And that is a good point, because there's a lot of times that I'm out meeting or whatever, and the phones aren't, if she's not there, the phones aren't going to get answered, and so, that's a very good point.
Yeah, and also in response to the email that I've been emailing back and forth and getting my response back, so I appreciate that.
Also, you're gonna be going on vacation.
Right.
So that probably will make you happy.
That's true.
I didn't wanna say anything.
I made
but
sure she was gonna be here.
I thought I would bring it up.
I know.
Mr. Chairman, if I may entertain, if I could present a motion, and this, at least for discussion purposes, but I would move recommending that the board consider the limited term employment, the county, that Sam Butler, the town of Butler.
Is there a second on that? Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Is there discussion on that? Okay, if not, all in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Okay, item number B.
Okay, that kind of actually takes care of A and D.
Let's see the payment invoice.
Well, let's do the hourly pay rate.
Maybe we should put that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, we kind of jumped ahead.
Going through the minutes, I noticed that Joanna was, her pay was increased to $14 an hour pending hiring of the new manager, which has happened. So my proposal is that we keep her at 14 an hour until I can get up to speed, because she's still doing a lot of probably stuff that I should be doing. And then once I get up to speed, which I maybe at the end of the month, or maybe we can do it at our next meeting, and we can go back to 12.
We need a motion on that?
How about the rate that Sam proposed in his?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Why don't we just start that now and carry it forward?
That's an idea too, and I think we're gonna be phased, if we start that now, we may even see an increase in that due to the county, there's some county raises that are coming up. I couldn't find a rate within the county system that equated out to the $12 an hour.
Exactly.
So what I went with was the closest that I could find, and that was for like an office assistant 3, B step, which was $12.44 per hour.
Okay.
And that's what I plugged in for the formula that I gave you on the rundown that we did. And so that's what I came up with. It might be an issue if we only go for 20 days or something with the other rate. Why don't we just, I think I would prefer, I think the county would prefer, and if we have to pay on that, it'd be better if we could pay on a rate like $12.44 and just go forward from there. I think that might be better.
Are you okay with that? You don't have a choice.
Well, you get the $12.44 plus the benefit.
Plus the benefit.
That will flow from the
Yeah.
limited term,
That's
so.
a week.
Okay, Ryan, you wanna make a motion to that effect?
Yeah, I motion that we make compensation for administrative assistant to $12.44.
Second.
All right, moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Effective one?
When's the effective date?
When do you want to make this effective? What I did was, based upon what we were seeing happening with the Sundance contract and everything, I went ahead and did some paperwork related to an extra help position, okay, within the county. And in doing that paperwork, we set it up, we didn't have an effective date though. So if I can reverse that out, I can go to the limited term type position, depending upon how we want to handle that, and then we can do an effective date on that. I have the paperwork all done, it's pretty simple to do, so it's whenever you guys want to make that effective. But I wasn't sure about the Sundance contract, I wasn't sure about some of the other issues out there, and so we need to,
Sundance is just week to week, and it's just not,
is it a week-to-week contract? I mean, I don't know, Ricardo, how does?
Yes, there is no, she's met the minimum hourly requirements, total hours, so it would be a matter of you, the IDZ, basically giving notice of cancellation if that's what you're
And how much notice do we have to give? Or-
I don't see